Hello everyone, I'm Amulya BR of Sri Venkateswara College of Engineering and I belong to the branch CSE AI. So today I'm back with another subject, Internet of Things, and the topic Evolution of IoT. Let us see the contents what we are going to learn. The contents are Introduction to IoT, the rise of connected devices, enabling technologies, IoT ecosystem, IoT applications across various industries, data collection and analysis in IoT, security and privacy challenges, edge computing and fog computing, future trends of IoT, and the conclusion. So first let us see the introduction to IoT. Introduction to IoT. So the Internet of Things refers to the interconnection of various everyday devices that we use and the objects to the internet, enabling them to send and receive the data. So this network of devices will enhance the automation and improve the efficiency across various sectors. So at its core, the IoT will combine sensors, the software, and the connectivity to gather the real-time data, facilitating informed decision making and streamlined operations. For instance, the thermostats adjust the heating and cooling based on the user behavior, while industrial IoT applications include the monitoring machinery performance to predict on the maintenance needs, reducing the downtime. Next is the rise of connected devices. The rise of connected devices is driven by the Internet of Things. It has transformed how we live and work. Like from the smart home appliances to wearable devices like fitness trackers, these devices enhance the convenience and efficiency by enabling the real-time data exchange. In homes, smart speakers or thermostats and lighting systems will allow the users to control their environment effortlessly, which will promote energy saving and also personalizes the experiences. Whereas in industries, the connected machinery streamline operations will monitor the performance and predict maintenance needs, which leads to increased productivity and reduced costs. So also the growth and expansion comes to picture. Next up, we have the enabling technologies. Enabling technologies such as sensors, connectivity, and cloud. So, what are sensors? So, sensors are the backbone of IoT, which allows the devices to collect and transmit the data about their environment. So, they come in various types, such as temperature sensors, humidity sensors, motion sensors, or even pressure sensors, which will enable the applications to collect the data and also analyze them. For instance, smart thermostats will use temperature sensors which will optimize the cooling and heating process, while wearable health devices it will monitor the vital signs. Also, the data gathered by the sensors will provide variable insights which drives automation and enhances the user experiences. So next is we have cloud computing. The cloud computing will complement the sensors which by providing the necessary infrastructures for data storage, the processing of it and the analysis. So instead of relying on local servers, the cloud platforms will allow vast amount of data that is generated by connected devices to be stored and analyzed remotely. So this scalability will enable the real-time data access. So also we have the connectivity. Connectivity technologies like Wi-Fi, the Bluetooth or any cellular networks will enable the seamless communication between the devices and which will facilitate the exchange of data to have informed decision making. Next, we have the IoT ecosystem and the key players. IoT ecosystem is a complex network of interconnected components that will work together to enable the seamless communication and functionality of connected devices. Here in the picture, as we can see, we have various interconnected devices such as some of speakers or the Wi-Fi, the routers, the desktop, and etc. So device manufacturer is a key player. So these companies will design and produce IoT devices including the sensors, smart appliances or any other equipment. So they play critical role in developing the hardware that will connect and transmit the data. So next we have the connectivity providers or the network providers. So they are the telecom companies and network providers which will offer infrastructure to connect to the internet. So they will provide, they support various networks such as Wi-Fi, Bluetooth, including the 3G, 4G, 5G cellular networks. And next we have cloud service providers. So these cloud platforms such as AWS, Microsoft Azure, or the cloud Google Cloud provides various storage and processing power. So they enable the data that is collected from IoT devices to be stored and processed. Next, we have the data analytics company. So companies which are specialized in data analytics will help the organizations to extract variable or the valuable insights from the IoT data and make the informed or the data-driven decisions. So next we have IoT applications across various industries. So we have the healthcare. So IoT devices in healthcare includes the wearable devices. So it will enable the real-time tracking of vital signs and it will help in monitoring the systems and connect the medical equipment to it. So which will enable the better patient care. So next up we have the manufacturing. So sensors will predict machinery failures or it will reduce the downtime. So these are some of the applications in the manufacturing industries. Next we have transportation industries. So for example, connected vehicles like smart traffic management and also the logistics also use IoT in order to track the real time, the data, so which will help in their operations of day to day. Next we have agriculture. So sensors will monitor the soil and the crop health for farming. So for a better farming and a better yield production, so they are going to use the IoT for agriculture industry. So also we can use it for various other industries like smart homes. So smart devices will allow the remote control of lighting or the sound systems or the fans, etc. So also we have it for energy and utilities like smart grids are present which will enhance the energy distribution and consumption across various cities or a state. So next, let us move on to the data collection and analysis in IoT. So they are very crucial component in the IoT which will enable actionable insights and informed decision making. So data collection, which means sensors. So sensors are used to collect the data. So it is equipped with sensors which can include the temperature, humidity, motion or location sensors and even more. Next we have the connectivity. So collected data that is transmitted to the centralized systems or the cloud platforms via various communication protocols. So this collected or stored data is then computed. So the data processing will occur. So this is called the edge computing. This will reduce the latency and bandwidth. Next, we have the data analysis. So the data that is collected and stored will be used for analysis purpose and also it can be used for processing. That is, various tools and algorithms can be used to process the data to identify the patterns or trends in them. And then this can be done in real time or even in batches it can be done. Next, we have security and privacy challenges in IoT. So some of the security issues are the data privacy. So IoT will offer certain level of privacy, but they often collect personal data which will raise the concerns about how the information is stored or shared and it is used. So next is inadequate authentication. Many devices will lack authentication methods which will allow unauthorized users to gain control or access sensitive data. So this is another threat. Next is network security. IoT devices will frequently use unsecured networks which will increase the risk of data breaches while transmitting the data. Next, the firmware vulnerability. Many devices will not receive regular updates which leaves them vulnerable to non-experts or attackers which can exploit sensitive data. Next is data management challenge. The sheer volume of data that is generated by IoT devices make it difficult to monitor and secure the data effectively. Next is interoperability issue. Variety of manufacturers can lead to compatibility issues, making it challenging to implement uniform security measures. Next is the regulatory compliance. The absence of standard regulations for IoT security and privacy compliances will complicate the efforts, and it will also increase the risk. Next up, we have edge computing and fog computing in IoT. So, edge computing refers to the processing of data directly on the IoT devices themselves or to the nearby devices such as gateways. So, this will reduce the amount of data that is sent to centralized cloud networks. So, some of the use cases of this edge computing is that smart cameras. So, analyzing video feeds for motion detection, so this is one of the example. And industrial automation, so monitoring machinery in real time to trigger the actions or alerts is one of the application. And then we have the fog computing. Fog computing extends the concept of edge computing by creating layer of intermediate processing between the edge devices and the cloud. So it will involve a distributed network. So some of the use cases are smart cities. So analyzing data from various sensors like traffic or even the weather sensors, etc. So this will provide a local hub to manage the resource effectively. And even healthcare, we have another application of fog computing where processing of patient data from multiple devices at local healthcare facilities for timely decision making. Next, we have the future of IoT, the trends or the predictions. So some of the trends include the smart home. So IoT technologies will enable the automated control energy efficiency, as I told earlier about the smart lighting or the smart fans, what we have, which can be controlled through the remotes. And next we have the autonomous vehicles. So as we already have Tesla as the vehicle. So these autonomous driving technologies are revolutionizing the transport sector, which are currently improving the industry of transportation. Next, we have smart cities. So as we discussed earlier, we can have the separate computing for traffic, and that can be integrated with the weather, so which will provide a better smart city. So next up, we have conclusion. So IoT is a transformative potential. So IoT is revolutionizing industries by enhancing the efficiency, automation, and also the decision making process. So IoT also has the connectivity. So enhanced connectivity is another feature. So which will enable seamless communication and integration of data, which will foster smarter environments and improve the user experiences. Next, the IoT is also data driven. So it generates vast amount of data which will provide valuable insights to optimize the process and also improve the user engagement or the customer engagement. Also, security and privacy challenges is still prevalent. So we need to overcome that by it must be addressed to protect the sensitive data and maintain the user trust. I would like to thank each and everyone for watching the video completely till the end. I also request you to please like the video and share the video amongst your friends. I will also make sure to come back with another video on a different subject. Until then, have a good time. Thank you.